Number 1. Stepping into the unknown is exciting but can sometimes take a terrifying turn. That's what happened to Angelo, a seasoned urban explorer who typically investigates abandoned structures. On January 4th, 2024, Angelo, joined by his friend Frank, decided to explore a haunted forest in Canada instead. The video opens with Angelo and Frank greeting their audience, briefly explaining the significance of the forest.
Frank and I are currently back in cold Canada. Very cold. Tonight's not too bad. Yesterday was very cold. So we actually have been here before. It's been a little while. Well, you haven't.
I haven't been here.
You haven't been here, but I was here with Brad, and then I also came one day on my own. And, you know, we had several weird experiences here. Out of all the places that I've probably done locally, this has been one of the strangest locations.
A location Angelo had previously found eerie. Without wasting time, they ventured into the cold, snow-covered woods under the cover of darkness.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
Someone clearly went through there. Hello?
Huh.
I don't see anything. It looks really, like, dense.
Yeah. It's like the perfect path, though, for some weird reason.
Random path. And they went through here.
Oh, yeah.
Just saw a light down there.
The snow crunched beneath their boots, intensifying the unsettling silence around them. As they walked deeper, they came across freshly made paths, a sign that someone had recently been there. Then, Angelo's flashlight caught something unusual.
See a house? What house?
Well, on the outside, there's a house, like,
Oh, okay.
far end of the property. Okay, that I heard.
The hell is that?
Hello?
Sorry again.
We hear ya.
A faint light flickering in the distance. They stopped in their tracks, scanning the area nervously. Attempts to call out yielded no response, adding to their unease. Before long, 2 lights began approaching them. Unsure of the intent of whoever was out there,
There's 2 lights. It's coming towards us.
It's not even moving.
That's moving.
Oh, that's moving.
That's moving.
Hello?
Looks like a car. I know it's not a car, but... Okay. Okay. Let's get going, bud.
Oh, good.
Where'd he go? Oh, he's there. Lights are gone.
The lights are gone.
What the hell happened with you and Brad?
Angelo and Frank decided it was best to move away. The situation became even stranger when the lights abruptly vanished, plunging the forest into complete darkness.
That's what the cameras. Are they just stopping?
Fearing for their safety, they turned off their own flashlights and stayed hidden. While waiting silently in the shadows, they saw beams of light sweeping through the trees as if someone was deliberately searching for them. At one point, the light passed directly over their hiding spot, sending chills down their spines. They couldn't shake the question, who would wander a forest at night with such purpose? Eventually, they managed to slip away, but their troubles weren't over.
Who the hell that guy was? Or guys, I don't know if it looked like 2 lights.
Yeah, it did look like 2 people.
Right? I hope there's nothing else here.
As they retreated, they heard footsteps following them. Panic set in, and they stumbled upon something horrifying.
I think I hear footsteps out there.
Footsteps? I hear a car. Where do you hear footsteps?
It sounds like coming from behind me. Oh.
What the?
thought I heard something behind you.
A fresh trail of blood in the snow. Filming it briefly, they didn't linger, knowing they needed to stay hidden. The tension reached its peak when a voice called out,
See you guys next time.
What the hell? Looks like they're leaving. Yeah. I think he's gone. What the hell? I don't know. Just wait a minute. Yeah.
Was it a sinister warning or a sick joke? Angelo and Frank weren't interested in finding out. They waited in complete silence until they felt it was safe to move. After a tense escape, they reached their car and drove away, shaken but unharmed. The mystery of the figures in the forest remains unsolved. Were they harmless wanderers, or was there something more threatening at play? Angelo and Frank have no plans to revisit that chilling forest anytime soon. Number 2. Lil Red, the fam, a paranormal investigator, took on the eerie challenge of camping at a reportedly haunted location. The footage begins with her peacefully asleep in bed, everything appearing ordinary, until strange events start to unfold. First, her hair moves unnaturally, even though there's no breeze. Shortly after, her arms make unsettling movements, as if something invisible is tugging at her elbow. The tension escalates as her hair shifts again. This time accompanied by eerie sounds like tapping and faint moaning. Some viewers even claim to hear a chilling voice whisper, "Get out." The final blow comes when the electromagnetic detector lights up. Seemingly reacting to an unseen presence. Whatever spirit lingers in the room, it appears determined not to share the space. Number 3. In July 2022, Gaz embarked on a solo camping trip to his semi-permanent woodland campsite. Arriving late in the day, he hurried to set up for the night but was quickly greeted by frustration. As he approached, the loud call of a wood pigeon startled him.
Looks like some knobbers have been here. Left a right fucking mess. Look at the state of it. Fucking burnt mattresses and that. Looks like this isn't a decent spot for me to camp anymore. But they've been fucking sawing trees down and that. What the fuck? Honestly, people just don't have any respect at all. Fucking toilet roll everywhere and that.
When he reached his camp, his mood soured further. The once pristine area had been left in disarray by careless visitors. Burned mattresses, felled trees, and scattered toilet paper ruined the serenity. Disheartened by the lack of respect for nature, Gaz took it upon himself to clean the mess before setting up his tent. Despite the rough start, Gaz tried to make the best of the situation. The wet conditions made starting a fire nearly impossible, but his determination paid off. He managed to cook his chicken and enjoy a hard-earned meal before retreating to his tent for the night. As the forest grew silent, strange noises broke the stillness. Twigs snapping, branches cracking, and an odd sound resembling a pig's grunt. Wild pigs were rare in the area, making the noise even more unsettling. Though Gaz's dog seemed entirely unbothered, he grew increasingly uneasy.
Oh, that's right. Now I'm trying to enjoy myself. Smoke going all over my face. But I'm going to get this down, man, and we'll chill out back in hammock for a bit.
Unsure if the sounds were caused by the wind or an unwelcome visitor lurking nearby, curiosity pushed him to investigate. Drizzle dampened the forest as Gaz searched for the source of the noises, finding nothing out of the ordinary. When he returned to his camp, he was surprised to see his dog calmly lounging in the hammock as if nothing had happened. While Gaz didn't uncover the mystery that night, the unsettling experience made his solo camping trip one to remember.
Burnt out mattress as well. I'll have to take that out because I won't be able to take it all at once because I've used my rubbish bag to put their rubbish in. People must think I'm homeless. If you can hear them noises on the video, then let me know what it is. It did sound like a pig, but we don't have any wild pigs in.
Number 4. In 2018, a YouTuber named John, known for his channel Lost Lakes, shared a chilling experience during one of his solo backcountry camping trips in Canada. The incident occurred around 3:30 a.m. at a remote location west of Cheapo, Ontario, a place so isolated there wasn't even a cell signal.
Living every solo camper's nightmare right now. There appears to be an animal of some kind pacing around my tent. It's the middle of the night, and then around 3:30 I started to hear this pacing sound, and 45 minutes later it's still pacing around out there.
He explains that something was pacing around his tent in the dead of night. For 45 minutes, the unsettling sound of footsteps circled his campsite, refusing to go away. Given that the area is the black bear capital of the world, it's likely the visitor was a bear or another large animal. While bear attacks on campers are rare, they do happen. Other potential culprits could have been a moose or a wildcat, both of which can become aggressive if they feel threatened. In such cases, a thin camping tent offers little protection against an animal weighing hundreds of pounds. To reassure himself and his viewers, John showcased the items he brought for protection: a hatchet, bear spray, and an air horn. He also mentioned his car was parked nearby, but unfortunately he realized the keys were likely locked inside.
Sensitive to light. Second line of defense, if the thing starts poking its nose at the tent, then I have got this little hatchet here, which I could whack it with this like sheath on, and worst case take the sheath off. And then last line of defense, you might think this would be the second one, is the bear spray. If I use the bear spray in the tent, I'm going to get blinded and incapacitated. Not an option right now because I'm an idiot and I can't find my key. And the pacing continues. It's all gravel here. This is a kind of a boat launch with this little lake here, so I can hear everything on the gravel. I can hear all the footsteps. But anyway, talking isn't making it go away, but it hasn't made a move toward the tent yet, so I don't know. Maybe it's just curious. And
despite the tense situation, John made it through the night unscathed. The identity of the mysterious visitor remains unknown, but the eerie pacing sound left an unforgettable mark on John's trip. While many campers fear encounters with dangerous wildlife, others argue that ill-intentioned humans pose a bigger risk.
something literally just touched my tent before I turned on the camera. But I don't think it's whatever is making that noise. It was probably just a mouse or something. But I'm not really appreciated right now. Second, there's no cell signal here.
This video is a haunting reminder of the unpredictable nature of solo camping. Number 5. During an overnight car camping trip, Reddit user Idiot Donkey captured a photo that left viewers unsettled. The image showed a dark figure in the distance, seemingly watching him. What stood out were its glowing eyes, clearly visible against the night. Some suggested the figure might be an owl, as owls' eyes often reflect light in the dark. However, the eye shape didn't align with that of an owl, raising more questions than answers. Could this have been a misidentified animal or something far more sinister? Number 6. Uncharted Travel, a YouTube channel known for urban exploration, takes viewers on a chilling overnight adventure to an abandoned mining settlement deep in the mountains of British Columbia. The destination, Mascot Mine, a historic yet eerie site established in 1936. Although it's now a protected landmark, it remains off-limits, adding an extra layer of tension to the journey. After a grueling hike to the location, the explorer finds himself surrounded by dilapidated structures, remnants of a bygone era. The unsettling atmosphere only grows as night falls.
Not the whole way up like this. It looks like somebody put some rope down here. I don't know if this is sturdy. Quite the journey to get here, but now it's only 950 steps down to the bottom. Not all too sure, but you can just imagine miners gathering in this building to eat after their shift. This might have been the dining hall where the miners would eat. This was probably like a little washroom or something. And oh my god, they put like people back there. That's so creepy. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to...
With strange noises and mysterious occurrences pushing him into survival mode. Setting up camp in one of the buildings, he installs motion sensors as a precaution against potential intruders, human or otherwise.
Sensors. So this is just like your standard convenience store motion sensor. I think it said it did infrared as well as motion. I'm not 100% sure. I will be keeping this receiver in my tent here and moving this sensor to outside. And you can see
Hello, welcome.
when it detects motion, it'll give off this that little chime. So if any animal or any person or anything comes in the middle of the night, I will be able to wake up and deal with the situation before they sort of see me. Honestly, really hoping that I'd get to go in the mines. That was my plan, to explore the mines during the night, because I feel like that would be really cool.
The motion sensors go off sporadically. Unexplained bangs echo through the abandoned halls, and objects seem to move on their own. Despite these unnerving events, the explorer cautiously investigates.
The motion sensors weren't the greatest idea. It went off once and like creeped me out, and I went to go check on it. Unfortunately, I didn't film, but now it's silent. But like the fact that like it just went off one singular time and then now it's been silent for like 45 minutes is something. It's like skidding down the stairs. I don't know what that was, but we're gonna check it out. It came from downstairs.
Trying to determine if the disturbances are caused by animals or something more sinister.
It sounded like something dropped and fell down the stairs. Could just be the old building. Was this tube always here? Of course, now that I go to investigate, I don't hear anything.
Sleep proves elusive as the haunting sounds continue, and the line between paranoia and reality begins to blur.
Sounds like maybe an animal. I can't say for certain though. I mean, if it's something small like a mouse, I don't mind, but I don't want to. There's something over there. Oh. Okay, that was a rat. But what was over here? motion sensor outside has gone off. Okay, I'm gonna go check it out.
I would have left the tent, left the shoes. It's time to go.
But I have the motion sensor sit right there. You can see it's going off because I'm here now. But what was setting it off earlier? Maybe there's... I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna move it inside in case it's like a squirrel or something.
By morning, he survives the ordeal and packs up, taking one final glance at the desolate, haunting sight, an experience he won't soon forget. Number 7. During a rainy night of camping, Reddit user Zombie Paranormal captured chilling footage that has left viewers unsettled. The video reveals what looks like a shadowy figure lurking in the darkness, its glowing red eyes piercing through the gloom. The eerie entity seems to be observing the person filming, creating an unsettling sense of being watched. Mustering courage, the camper ventures outside to investigate, but by the time they reach the spot, the mysterious figure has vanished without a trace. Was it just an illusion, or something far more sinister lurking in the woods? Number 8. Fort Spooky, a UK-based paranormal investigation duo made up of Susie and Zoe, ventured to a remote countryside estate in the woods, expecting to uncover paranormal activity. Little did they know, the real danger that night wouldn't come from spirits, but from something much more unsettling.
Is it me or is it a bit clearer? Yeah, I'm good. Hold down a minute. Oh yeah. Don't fall down. Wow, that goes down quite far. It's got to be at least 8 foot. Enough to break an ankle. There is a way in there. I wonder if they're getting around. Right, there's a way in. Are you alright? You okay? Yep. I said baby cry. After a treacherous journey through the jungle on a bear hunt, I think we've reached... Please tell me we've reached it. Yep. Yes!
After a hazardous trek through the forest, they arrived at the eerie old house.
It's got like an old kiln. Yeah. Oh.
The creaky, abandoned building was full of strange noises, but what began as the typical sounds of an old house soon took a terrifying turn.
Wow.
Feeling it?
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit tummy, you know, like butterfly-y. I don't have any history on the place at the moment. Hopefully you heard some sort of history in the intro. If not, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's an old house. You right? What?
Sorry. It might be just settling.
Settling animals.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a very old house, this place. Is that to do with them fireworks?
As they started their investigation, they heard unsettling sounds, whispers, footsteps, and even what sounded like a baby crying.
Hi, I'm Zoe.
And I'm Susie.
And we've come to visit you this evening to have a little chat with you. Yes, so we've come to speak to you tonight. Come to know who lived in this house. So if you want to come and say hello to us, please feel free to come, make some noises, but make sure that you make it so that we know that it's you guys and not the fireworks.
So just trust us, guys. We'll let you know. We'll let you know if we don't think it's a firework, but there's going to be a lot of those noises.
Unfortunately.
Can't be helped. They're quite away though, but they echo, that's all.
And there are people shouting at the fireworks as well.
But I did hear a baby. Oh, that was a bat. Just heard it
So I wonder
flutter.
if that was what we heard.
It could be. But I heard the man and then this knock. That's the fireworks. So yeah, you heard a Scottish man.
So yeah, when we started last time, I heard a Scottish man shout, "Hello, Mr. Bat." On the walk up here tonight, Susie heard what she thought sounded like a baby crying. Is it raining?
At first, they tried to attribute it to the rain or animals, but the noises became too persistent and eerie to ignore.
Hello? Is there somebody outside the window?
So I feel sick. I can't breathe. Are you okay?
As the tension grew, they began to feel like they weren't alone. Footsteps echoed around the house, and there were noises from outside the window that sent the girls into full panic mode. With anxiety rising, Suzy even thought she might be having a panic attack, and they began to fear that there were people outside watching them.
Yeah. I can't move. Are you okay?
There's someone out that window. Can you just please... There's someone out that window. Can you just please... You might find this really funny, but we're not finding it funny.
Okay. I know.
I'm gonna find you something.
Yeah. Phone Mark.
Desperate for safety, they devised a plan to call Zoe's husband, Mark, pretending he was coming to rescue them.
Hi, it's only me. We're at that house and we think there's somebody outside walking around and we're pretty shitting ourselves. Would you be able to come here? Because nobody's responding to us and it's quite heavy footsteps and it's not an animal, but we're both kind of frozen to the spot. Yeah. I'll send you the address. I'll send you the address, Mark, because we are surrounded, okay? Alright, bye. Just asked him to pick up, Matt.
Is that you?
No. There's somebody in there.
Yeah. He's picking him up, is he?
But, with no one else in sight, and the terror escalating, the girls made a dash for the door, hoping their plan would work.
Which way was it?
Once outside, they realized that whoever was out there could have easily gotten to the window, making their escape even more frightening.
How could they get to that window? They can't even get to that window. What the hell?
This investigation taught them a chilling lesson: humans can be far more terrifying than the supernatural. Thankfully, their phone call to Mark saved them from an even more dangerous situation.
Like this happens, that we realise how horrible it is being out, just me and Zoe,
Luckily, this doesn't happen all the time, very often at all, but it's still quite scary. But I do think, and Zoe thinks, that phone call...
What do you think? Was the phone call their saving grace?